Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I'm the Mysterious JG. Had some fun off-camera adventuring because when I went to visit the doctor, get my limbs healed, radiation reduced, go put stuff in the safe, clear up my inventory, blah blah blah, Eddie disappeared. He's just kind of sucked into the vortex of nothingness. You can go back and watch. It may be that I simply forgot to tell him to start following us, but I couldn't figure out. Like, I could see him. When I was indoors, I could see him on a map in an area that was inaccessible. When I was outdoors, I couldn't see him at all. And maybe I did just forget to tell him to follow us after we parted ways temporarily so I could fight the robot army. But either way, I had to fight the robot army again. I'm a little annoyed. It may or may not be me being stupid. It may be the game being glitchy. Because both of those things, me being stupid and this game being glitchy, are very real possibilities. And things that have happened. For reals. Now, let's check our quests real quick, because we had a quest for some woman to go get, Red Lucy needs giant mantis eggs. It's easier to gather them at a breeding ground like Vault 22. Well, wait, mantis eggs I already collect. I don't know how many she needs, but, Eddie? You're now in the way. Eddie, seriously, what's going on with you? Don't tell me Veronica disappeared now. Yeah, we have a bunch of mantis eggs. I don't think I sold them all during my big sell-a-thon. It'd be miscellaneous because you can't eat them. Or were they gecko eggs? Maybe they were gecko eggs. Fire gecko eggs. Gecko eggs. Maybe I don't have mantis eggs. Maybe they don't drop just from you killing mantises. Oh, I do have a couple of mantis eggs. Well, we want to give these to Red Lucy and see what happens before we go down to the, I don't know how many she needs, or if it makes a difference how many you give her. If you remember Red Lucy, it's obviously been a long time, but she was like all super serious and survivalist and kind of weird, and my approach towards it was actually kind of sexist. I was like, seriously? You're like, super hot, scantily clad chick is gonna talk all tough about survival. Like, she didn't really seem like a person so much as a goofy sex archetype, but maybe that's just me. I see everything in terms of goofy sex archetypes, including Wilfred the Magician there and Joey Baxter. Goofy sex archetypes. So is Dean Dom, whatever. Okay, Manhole to the Thorn. I think we're technically in Vegas, although we're not on the Strip. So yeah, I got really determined to get to Vegas many videos ago and kept running into Cazadors. Then we got here and I kind of got drawn away into other stuff. So we gotta find Red Lucy and chat with her. Where the hell was she again? Thorn Cages. Mojave Wasteland. Red Lucy's Chamber. It's kind of across there. I don't know how we get over there. We clearly talked to her before, so we must have a way to get over there. I just don't remember exactly how you go about doing that. Yeah, the Thorn is like some kind of post-apocalyptic Australia, because it's all like people in leather outfits and like barbarian fighting tournaments and survival of the fittest as a sport and whatever. But if surviving getting attacked by giant geckos is what you need, I'm not really your guy, because I actually managed to get killed by giant geckos. It's Mr. New Vegas. He's here for us. Red Lucy's got a computer that she leaves on, and it's very easy. Alright, gates. 3 of 5. That means it could be takes. That has an A, an E, and an S. That's also 3 of 5. What about saves? That has the S and the V. That's also 3 of 5. Yeah, it was a real gamble there. If that hadn't worked, I would have had to load my autosave. Okay, let's see what her deal is. The Thorns mainframe control. Power flow stations, creature cage status, back. Cage access secure. Okay, I can't actually change anything here. The Thorn ledger, accessing data. Miss Red's messages. Can't be read. But that's funny, they're Red's messages, why can't they be read? Ba-doom. So I don't really know what that did for us, but didn't seem to get any miscellaneous quest notes or anything. We got experience for hacking into it anyway. We could steal her scissors. She needs scissors, 61. Sure, why not? We should have karma to spare with all the good deeds we've been doing, helping the NCR and all that
got
crap.
Something good for me? Is it a dress?
You don't wear the dress I gave you. Why don't you take me anywhere nice anymore, Veronica? Just giving her big piles of individual energy weapons. Sleep on Red Lucy's bed? Maybe if Red Lucy was here, boom. So I don't know where Red Lucy is, but she's not in her chamber, which really doesn't look that nice. It's got a computer, I suppose. But yeah, the bedding doesn't look that fantastic. Oh, the floor mats are kind of nasty. She did have an actual bed. She wasn't just sleeping on a mat on the floor. But maybe that's her. There's a guard.
We're watching you.
Yeah. Stranger. We expect stranger danger from you.
Welcome back, stranger.
It's been a long time. Let's talk about the eggs, creature's eggs you need.
Bring me a dozen giant mantis's eggs.
Oh, a
To
dozen.
accomplish this.
Alright. So, you need a dozen eggs, so never mind. And they may or may not have to be marked as giant mantis eggs instead of mantis eggs.
There's always more next day.
Okay. You have an old lady voice, but you don't really... Well, I guess you've got kind of old lady look.
Until next time.
Huh. Yeah. Huh. I'm not sure why that required you to go, huh. Huh. I don't want to go to the sewers particularly. So how the hell do I get out of here? Grab some energy weapons, otherwise there was really no point coming down here, except that I didn't know that we needed a dozen eggs. So the 5 I've got ain't gonna cut it. So while we are doing this quest for the Brotherhood of Steel in that vault, we can knock out the quest for Red Lucy too. That's efficient use of time, something we don't see much of in this LP. Door needs a key. Just check the damn local map and be done with it, JG. Okay, we were close, we were close. I was on the right track. West Side. Shotgun Saturday Night. A WWF television show back when WWF was World Wrestling Federation and not the World Wildlife Fund. It lasted for like 3 weeks. I don't even think I saw it. I just remember the ads. Wrestling action isn't enough. We've sent our guys out there. It's going to be Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys, and everyone's going to have shotguns. It's Miguel's pawn shop, man. Alright. That was
Howdy.
borderline racist. West Side. Doesn't seem to have anything tracking how popular I am with the West Side people. Now I do remember when I came here, I was on the run from was it Fiends or Calzadors or both? But I was in a bad way the last time I was here. So, oh, that is fully loaded. You can only have 5 ammo for this thing. Well, there's friendlies of some kind over here. West Side Militia. This musical sting there like I discovered a new location, I thought, but no.
That sweetie sure is something.
What?
The NCR took back Nelson. Maybe they can win this war after all.
You, need a shave, lady. I suppose that is something we have to get used to in the post-apocalyptic future, folks, is, men with beards and women who just, not necessarily baby's bottom, soft. Women do, some women do grow a little bit of hair down there. Perfectly natural. And, that, yeah. See a lot more, lady mustaches in a, like, post-apocalyptic world where technology was like electric razors, not easy to come by. Actually, all women would end up looking like French women, you know. Underarm hair, leg hair. These are things that women have to take care of a lot of stuff to live up to the expectations that we have for them. And when I say we, I mean we as in men and women. It's not like men go around, I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. Except to say that should the bombs fall, folks, be prepared for women who look like they look in their natural state. Nobody demands higher of women in their appearance than other women, but stay out, the plants kill. I'm like, okay, this is Vault 22 here. It's the plants. The plants have put some kind of spore in the air that's making the people kill themselves. No, sir, please. We found the vault, but the sign is making me kind of nervous. I gotta admit, this game can be pretty good at building up a spooky atmosphere sometimes, especially when, and I'm finding this more and more. I miss the music. I had a couple people compliment me for keeping it on as long as I did. They were telling me that it would drive them nuts, but you know, I kind of miss Johnny Guitar now that he's gone, and Texas Red and all those other cool songs. I really enjoyed it. I have fond memories of it, and it's easy to have fond memories of something when you're not being forced to endure it in the here and now, which is one of the worst perks you can possibly pick, by the way. But now that it's gone, yeah, the atmospheric music, like, I think if we were trudging around and there was a sign that said, "The plants kill," and it was dark and spooky, but the radio kept insisting that something made us slip with the big iron on his hip. That would kind of undermine the spookiness a little bit. But Texas Red is gone. Johnny Guitar is gone. We don't seem to be able to interact with these plants, but enter Vault 22. Well, we know that all the vaults, or almost all the vaults, are some kind of horrible experiment that the government or Vault-Tec or someone was performing on people. Oh, I had a 0% chance. For some reason I had the idea that part of Eddie's body was wiped out. Are there going to be people alive in here who've been driven nuts by pollen or something? Perhaps it's Day of the Triffids. And, you know, Day of the Triffids, if everybody hadn't just gone blind, it really wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Nope. Gotta keep this. I got a mouse I need to keep handy so that I can refresh my laptop screen periodically and see what my count is of the video. Something that I'm sure you're interested in hearing about. Now, is this vault? I thought was marked by Red Lucy or whatever her name is for being the home of giant manuses. But there is definitely a spooky voice in the background, possibly telling us to obey Saren and serve the Reapers. I think we're going to be perfectly safe in here until we're not, if you know what I mean. I think whenever we come across whatever the threat of this place is, it's going to kind of hit us all at once and hit us hard. But for right now, I'm not detecting anything hostile. Definitely some spooky voices. I'm not being as careful as I should be about this, considering how poorly things went in the last vault, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of booby traps around. Is that going to change as soon as I open my mouth and say something about it? I mean, we did have that great moment a couple videos ago where I mentioned not having that much trouble with booby traps compared to the last video, and then immediately blew my face off. I blew my face. Oh. I'm kind of ignoring the radar and just searching, but yeah, we could more efficiently move towards our quest objective if I just okay, now let's start getting some answers about what's going on down here. Warning, security system has been compromised. We missed a couple of entries. This level seems to have been devoted to the study of atmospheric effects on plants, with the concentration on producing plants with a high oxygen yield. Given the problems these vaults have been known to have, it sounds like a reasonable avenue of research. Okay, now an over-oxygenated atmosphere is not good for people, so maybe that drove them up the bend, around the bend. It's strange, but some sections of the machinery down here appear to have been modified for some unknown purpose. The restraints regarding oxygen content and systematic pressure have been bypassed. I've been hearing a strange chittering sound for some time now, and finally discovered its source. There's some kind of giant mantises that have taken up residence in the vault. I almost ran smack into one of them the other day, but the creatures don't appear to react to my presence at all. Perhaps the others sent here ran afoul of these creatures, but I can't see how a few scattered insects could pose much of a problem to experienced mercs. Well, we are definitely expecting to find giant manuses. I was starting to wonder if I had gotten two vaults crossed, but I was pretty positive this is where Red Lucy told us to come find giant manus eggs. Local map. Well, one of our I think, what quest are we on now? Did I actually change my quest over to? No, we're still on the Brotherhood of Steel one. So somewhere over here, somewhere to the right, if we can work our way over there, is where the last thing the Brotherhood of Steel wants is located. Did those move? Did they look taller than they were when I first walked into the room when I turned around there? I don't. They do their best to make the vaults pretty spooky. I can't remember which vault it was from Fallout 3 you go on where you start seeing phantom ghost images of characters you've met previously. The faces of those you've wronged flash up at you kind of thing. But, yeah, spooky. If I was playing it in like late at night, hadn't had a lot of sleep, probably would have weirded me out right good. I'm sure glad I got Veronica and Eddie with me to watch my back. You got my back. You my bros. I just got reminded of another like irritating trollish comment. Well, not troll. I don't want to go into it in detail, but I got another comment from the Panzer General LP. It's been over for months, and yet somehow it's still the one that always produces the most irritating comments. And after slamming me because he thought I had been rude in responding to his previous question that I had no business trying to get me to answer, he called me bro. It's like, I was already irritated, and then you're gonna call me bro? What are you freaking like? Yeah, I don't go off on frat boys. And I'm like, what are you like? Are you the little Chinese kid from G Gundam? Call me bro. Can't remember his name. Sai Saishi. Okay. Warning: system diagnosis shows that memory has been corrupted. Retrieving uncorrupted files only. Noise complaints. Could maintenance look into the ductwork here on level 2 again? I know you guys took a look at this last week, but I swear that noise is back. I even have other people that can back me up on this time too. Yeah, the plants are making weird noises because they're whispering into people's ears and instructing them to kill themselves. It's happening. Oh my god. See, I should be able to collect some of this plant matter to use for you know, with my survival skill and make some foods. I have the option of talking with Eddie. If he starts answering me, then I'll know that I'm freaking out. Boop, boop. Yeah, it's like flat out creepy background voices going on now. Okay, so I basically got myself dragged over to a wall that's facing the right direction, but it's not going to get us where. And it's getting louder and creepier. Who's a creepy mouse? Okay, apparently I was supposed to keep going in this direction and not. It's supposed to be right through. Oh, right through here. Now, if nothing happens when I take this device, then this is the easiest. This is a much easier Brotherhood of Steel quest. Although, actually, the last vault wouldn't have been hard if I didn't get myself caught up in trying to find out what had happened there. Check inventory. Retrieving inventory information. I don't know what that did. Where? Creeping around is getting old. Is this? Oh, is there no glass in here? Storage, and it's blocked off. Okay, so I believe we are supposed to get to that area from down here, which means this is kind of a waste of time, but we found out some more creepy atmospheric backgroundy stuff. Gotta explore these things thoroughly to find all the awesomeness and creepiness to be found. So let's try going to the food production area. On account of we haven't been there yet. And we'll find out food production is probably crawling with Manuses. Or maybe not. You'd think it would have some Manuses because they like to eat food. The elevator does not seem to be working. You could probably pop open the nearby panel and tinker with it to get it working. Repair the elevator. The elevator door opens with a hitch. Buttons corresponding to the different levels of the vault grow faintly along the wall. Which one do you want to press? Let's try... Let's try pest control. Let's go all the way to the bottom. The nastiest, most dangerous part. Let's just start out there. Why not? Well, we got experience and we're starting to see enemies. Spore Carrier Savage. The Macho Man. Spore Carrier Savage. This is not a snipe situation here. And I got hit there. That wasn't fun. Seems like Veronica's off killing them, whatever these guys are.
For the Brotherhood.
Whoa, she just about killed me. They pop up behind me or something, guys? Look, I trust you guys got my back. Oh, this is an easy locked door. An easy bake oven. Oh. Alright, it takes us to a whole new area, too. Now, I'd love to use the sniper rifle instead of the... Well, here's a giant frickin' Manus. I can't use any of this stuff against them. It would be the worst kind of overkill. Eggs? No. 4 legs, though. It's nice that the giant Manuses can live in peace with whatever those 4 guys were. Dead Merc. Got some kind of prototype weapon. Alright, well, I don't know what the backstory is with these guys. Or if I missed out on a... If I should have come across some quest information to send me here, but... If I was to check the wiki, which I have not for this place, I have no doubt that this thing would be considered important loot.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Just stop. Just want to find out what kind of weapon this is. It is a fancy laser rifle.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
And laser rifles are what she's been using. Which means that she should use this once I finally give it to her. Give it to me.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. She's using a unique laser gun. She's actually significantly better armed than I am. Just as it happens, not like trying to favor my companion, but Veronica's like better equipped than I am with fancy pants, power armor, and okay, so I'm sticking with the pistol because it appears to be enough for these guys. Feed me, Seymour. Not getting a lot of experience for them. I'm thinking this quest is probably below my level that I should be dealing with. The spore plants and spore whatevers are... yeah. I'm at a pretty high level, folks. I mean, this has been a long LP. I appreciate anybody who's still watching and keep me company. But yeah, I think for me, the Fallout games, well, the ones I've played, which is only 3 in this, but they both, like, the toughest part of the game is the beginning. As you survive the beginning of the game and you get better and stronger, you get access to better equipment, it actually gets significantly easier. Shoot its antenna so it goes crazy. Nah, this took out for a minute. I thought they were shooting lasers at me. That was pretty impressive. I thought the Mantises were shooting lasers. Got 25 experience. What the hell? I know these things aren't worth 25 experience. Plus 10? Maybe they are worth a lot of experience. Bone saws are ready. Well, now that I'm fighting enemies, I'm actually more at ease than I would be just wandering around while listening to the creepy background sound and not knowing what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Don't really seem to be anything worth concerning ourselves with in here. No, if I... Food production and common areas. Seems like if I turn around and head this way, there... Oh, here we are. This is where we're going to find the eggs. But you know what? It's time to end the video. Alright, folks. We're going to find the eggs probably fairly early in the next video, unless I miss my guess, which is entirely possible. When we come back, we're going to try to knock out two quests in one as we wander around in the bizarre plant-themed Vault of Death. This is Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.